As promised, we're out here at the range with our Gforce GF12P pump shotgun. After a few modifications and a bit of a tune-up, it appears that we have fixed our problems. The only thing is, the weather's kind of sucky today and raining, so what we're going to do is, from the 50-yard range, we're going to fire some slugs. Now, with these Turkish guns, if you can see, this is a Forester style slug, which has the hollow base. You can fire them slugs fairly safely in these shotguns, because that choke, they say it's modified, it's not. It's improved cylinder, it's a bit more open. So I don't see a problem with 2 3/4 slugs. This is an old Remington slug. We're going to fire some of those through and see how accurate they are. Okay. These other slugs are captor. Okay. They're fairly reasonable, and we'll see how they go. And also at the 50-yard, before we get closer, I'm going to fire 5 rounds at a double-aught buckshot and see what effect it has on the target or how it patterns at 50 yards. Okay. I'll reposition the camera. I have to get a little bit more forward so it don't echo bad. Alright, I got the last 3 of my Remington slugs, and they've been around for over 30 years. I want to burn these up. And getting in that tube is still a little stiff, but maybe that'll wear in. Okay, and our floor plate sprung back, so we fixed that problem. Let me see what we could do with this at 50 yards. So far, so good. Now we'll go with these Raptor slugs. And the riser comes back. We'll rack one in there. Yep. Safety on. And we got our full 5. Now, yep, you might wiggle this, but now we've solved that problem with the speed lever. Alright, so far so good. You know, the problem there in the white, it's still somewhat there. The lighting conditions ain't the best, but now I'm going to use this Yoshi Home Defense. This stuff, or Defense Dynamics, this stuff will not cycle in the semi-autos. It won't. It ain't got enough power. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pop 5 down just to see what a pattern's like on the paper Now these are just soft lead pellets, no buffer, no coating, and the problem with that is the soft lead will deform and then it makes them fly not too perfectly. So let's see. I'm aiming at the center of the target. So we're going to see recovered that last one I pumped by mistake. Alright, we'll go check out the target. Alright, it appears these slugs were hitting low at 50 yards, which the front sight on that is quite high, so that means that lowering it with just like a bead, we're shooting low. And same here with these. I got some more slugs. We'll launch some of them down here and check this out. It's a wad. Now notice there's a couple buckshot pellets, and this is 5 rounds at 50 yards. You can see they're all over the place and kind of leaning towards the right, I believe. As you see, they hit the other target. So yeah, not very effective at 50 yards. Okay, that's where your 18-inch barrel shotguns are a close range weapon. Okay, the slugs should be hitting better. It's where this sight that goes. But at 50 yards, generally them slugs should be hitting pretty much on the mark. Not low like they are. So let me see something here. That's what I thought. Ooh, got a jam. Gotta line up the edge of the receiver to the very base of the bottom of that thing. Then put it on there. And we got it. Let's try some more of these. I got a bunch of these, whole case of them. So now we figured out the sight picture, and we're getting that. Well, we got it to where the lifter won't drop down, but firing it will drop it down. Yeah, I'm hitting the diamonds. Pretty good at this distance. Well, we'll shoot 3 and 3. Shoot some more of these slugs. Oh, that popped up that time. When it's unloaded and you wiggle it, the lifter arm will pop up. Let's try the last three, and this is going to be it for the slugs. We'll go down and shoot up some buckshot up close. The rain's holding up for us. Yeah, there you go. You got a round in there. Oh, there you go. You wiggle this grip and that'll drop down. Okay. Alright, changing the sight picture. We're hitting in a diamond. We're hitting high instead of low like we were. And again here, also hitting in a diamond. A couple more of them there. So I don't know. But I can't exactly handle the recoil that much today. But there you go. So now what we're going to do is, I got a bunch of that Gforce Defense Dynamics, and we're going to pepper these at a closer range and see what we get. Something like, I don't know, rough guess, 10-15 yards. Yeah, when I was loading this, I noticed these Gforce shells are deformed and weird. This ammo ain't the best. Stick with Winchester or Remington or something. These foreign shells, they say they're assembled in the US or something, but I don't know. Well, let's see what we can do. The pins are actually holding up. That's another thing. I wanted to make sure that these pins stay in place. At this distance, yeah, at this distance, all of the shot just about stayed in the diamond. Okay, and it's right on. Lifting up, lining up the base with the front of the receiver, accurate as hell. Deadly. Let's fire some more. Basically this ammo, I got a case of it, and it only works in a pump shotgun. It won't work worth the shit in semi-autos. I kind of bought it, so when you want to test them 25 round drums, you know. Again, at this distance, they all stayed in the diamond. So, I guess honing that barrel, smoothing out everything. These things pattern. Once you get the sight picture, these things do pattern well. Even though looking at them, kind of crappy, but they do the job, put it to you that way. Alright, so we held together. These screws didn't come loose. Other than me screwing up and double pumping, and one hang up with the slugs failed to kick it out. Okay, that could have been me. It could have just been this ammunition ain't exactly the best. Okay, so I have to take it back after a little bit of work. Got this thing running. Fixed the mechanical problems with it. Fixed the drifting locking pins. Putting a little bit of a dot on the side is okay, but then it comes down to where you have to just, it does help you pick it up a little bit better. Getting the correct sight picture, for the money it's worth it. A bit of a pain in the ass, but I will do a final conclusion on this after the improvements. So let's go and look at the targets. Okay, so like I said, at 15 yards, these backstops, you can see there's nothing holding it. So them 5 rounds stayed basically in the diamond and ripped the center out. So that's patterning pretty good for 5 shots. Almost just keeping with the small diamond. And again, somewhat the same here. Okay, 5 rounds. Tore the hell out of the center of the target. So consistent, and like I said, at like 15 yards, that's pretty lethal pattern. Okay, and this one here, I kind of pulled it to the left because it was just blowing, it was just going through this hole in the target. But then again, there we go, nice patterning. Hit the like button, subscribe, and stay tuned.